All right, so let's talk about today's trade real quick. I had to integrate something, my 5-minute setup strategy, which we did here. I'll show you real quick. You take the 5-minute opening candle, see here, the high of that 5-minute candle, low of that 5-minute candle, then you break it down into a 1-minute time frame. And now what you're looking for is you're looking for break and retest. So we tested the low, came back up, got below it, closed right there on that green candle. That's when I got in. Even though it came back up, you can see it followed the trail all the way down. So when we took the trade over here, it's 542 puts for today. I got them at 102. I sold one at 113, and I sold two more at 126. Real cheap, real quick. Eddie, say good morning, Eddie.
Good morning.
Bro. Yeah, smile. Goddamn, y'all always look pissed off. Quit looking pissed off. Let's go do some rideshare work. Well, yesterday was fun, wasn't it? All that water. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And again, you know, I always push up on dash cams. I've always pushed up on dash cams. Used to have links down. I'm putting a link down now for a reason, because you guys need to have a dash cam. And the one that I'm using, this A229 Pro, it's got one camera that looks out front. It's got another camera that looks inside, and it's got a third camera that is versatile that you can use to look in or out the back window. Up to you. I'm going to be putting in that third camera this week, I'm convinced. Anyway, moving on from that. You guys, listen, I started to touch upon this yesterday, why I'm doing the 7-8 rides. Apparently, there are new people to the channel, haven't figured it out yet. The reason why I'm doing it is because I need something to be disciplined about when I come out. If I don't have a goal when I come out to drive, then what's the point? Other than making money. Well, duh, we all need to be making money, but the point is, you got to have some kind of goal to it. You got to have some type of game that you play with yourself in order to help keep you motivated. Because I'm going to tell you what, the more I talk to people, drivers, the less they are getting motivated. It's hard to get motivated to come out and work every day, okay? Knowing that, you know, the apps are against you. You know this. Knowing that riders, some of them are against you. They're just looking for the free ride. They're looking to do something stupid with you, right? We know this. So how do you get yourself up? For me, it's that bullshit ass EV bonus. Okay, it's $200. It's not a lot of money, right? By today's standards, it's not a lot of money, but it's money that you can use, or that I'm using, to motivate. So there was a comment from the other day that said, well, Vinny, why are you doing 7 rides? Well, I'd like to do 8 or 9 if I can. Yesterday I got in, I think it was 8. I think I got in 8 rides yesterday, 9 rides yesterday, whatever it was. But the reason why I'm getting those rides in is so that I can get that bonus. It's something, I hate to use the word chase, but it's a goal. No matter how minute some people might feel that goal is, it's helping to motivate me, right? My good friend Eddie, my good friend Richie, you know, my good friend Nick, Omar, like, we are seasoned drivers. We know what to do out here. And while other people's opinions and advice is welcomed, don't be upset. We know what we're doing. And the one thing we're not doing is staying motivated. So I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to clear that up. That's the reason for those rides. Byproduct of chasing those rides and doing those rides, you're not taking every ride. You're not taking those $2.60 rides. You're not taking those $3.30 ride. That's lunacy. That's crazy. You don't do that. But that $5 ride, that's like on the fringe, right? In order to make $30 an hour, you need to be making $7.50 every 15 minutes. $7.50 is $30. $7.50 every 15 minutes is $30 an hour before expenses. We're talking gross, right? For those that get into the gross versus expenses and all of that bullshit, right? Okay, there's so many ways to break down the rideshare game, and the fact that there should be, with as many comments, as many advice givers, we should have a million millionaires driving rideshare because it seems everybody's got their take on how to run a business. But yet, 99% of y'all out there, y'all ain't in business. Y'all don't treat this like a business. You just like to hear yourself talk. But anyway, and I don't mean that as a slam at, because I know a lot of people here actually give a shit. A lot of y'all are here to support what we do in the garage, me as an individual, and I'm here to support you. You can believe that, brothers and sisters. Anyway, yesterday the rain was heavy. Today we're supposed to get hit again about 3 o'clock, and it's supposed to carry on until about 9, 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll see if Uber and Lyft turn on the surge or not. Dade and Broward County were declared in the state of Florida emergency, what do they call that? Disaster areas, whatever it is. State of emergency. There it is. And what happens with a state of emergency is the price gouging goes into effect. And that hurts drivers. Because, you know, why would we come out and risk our vehicles, risk ourselves with the heightened risk of driving in those bad conditions, and we can't even get a little bit of surge on top of that ride? For, you know, the state, while I understand the state has the laws for price gouging, I don't think when demand goes up, you know, we should be able to make more money because we're putting ourselves out there at risk, right? I think that needs to be a carve out when it comes to ride sharing. But, you know, this goes, I blame the apps. I blame the apps because the apps, both Uber and Lyft, DoorDash, whatever ones are out there, right? They're not transparent. And because they're not transparent, because they hide how we get paid, right? Because they hide all that bullshit, you can't do a carve out. So let me ask you all a question. How do we know as drivers when we're under these state of emergencies and price gouge laws are in effect? How do we know Uber didn't just bump the price up $1 or $2 anyway? You don't know. So that's what I mean. You know, and legislators always think they're doing best by us. And, you know, some of them might be coming from a good place. They really might be coming from a good place. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do right by us. Look at Minnesota. They screwed up. They absolutely screwed up. Not you guys in Minnesota. You guys settled for $15 an hour after expenses. That's what you settled for. And now that they're going to take your high hour and your low hour, combine them together to get you to that $15 an hour, you gave yourself a ceiling. But I digress. You know, everybody thinks they know what they're doing. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing, but I ain't stupid either. And, you know, you got to be able to read through all of this. And then you got to wonder, I'm not saying it happened. I don't know. I got no proof. But down that rabbit hole I go. I promise you some of those commissioners got a little extra bonus in their election campaigns. We saw it. Letitia Jones, or whatever the hell her name is, out of freaking New York City, the New York City AG, right? Did anybody catch that when the news put that out? After Uber and Lyft, that $320 million settlement? Her campaign, I don't know where it came from, but her campaign got a nice little increase. Just saying. Anyway, I'm talking shit. Let's go try to make some money. Because I can't believe I just went on for 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Damn! So we got the first 6 trips in for 49.88, whatever it is. I mean, all garbage trips. But I told y'all, knocking these trips out. So $50 in the first 3 hours, it is horrible. $16.66 an hour is just absolutely, but it is what it is. The rain never kicked in. I mean, it's overcast, and I hear, you know, out west and south that the rain's starting to come in a little bit, but it ain't here yet. So there's zero surge. After that 6th ride, and all 6 were just $5, $7. Thank God for tips, because if I wasn't getting tipped out, I wouldn't have made $50. I'd have made like 35, whatever. Anyway, they started getting disrespectful. $4 X ride, $4 X ride, $3 X ride. I shut X off. I'm like, I got 6 trips. I got an hour and a half before I got to do what I got to do. You know what? I'll go back to my Comfort and Premier Thursday, maybe we get one. And right now I got trip number 7 coming up. Little $10, 20-minute ride for comfort on Uber, and Lyft is like not even existent. It's non-existent to me. I don't even bother.